Welcome back to Gaming with Bigby. I am Bigby, and as you can see behind me, I have completed my, well, at least the first stage of my mob farm. I won't bore you with all of the fine details, but essentially, this is basically just gives me a spot where I can allow mobs to spawn. It's, except for right around near the walls, it's pretty much completely dark in the center. So, you know, you can get quite a bit of mob spawning here. It's really the only dark area for quite a ways around, so it's really the only spot that mobs can spawn. I think what I might do eventually is make it a little fancier, put in some automatic mob killing and mob delivery systems, but for now it's basically my only way to get mobs to spawn. The one thing that I have to do now is I'm going to build an access, obviously if this was on land I would build a tunnel, but because we're not on land and we're in fact over the water, I'll build an archway, a completely enclosed archway, a stairway up out to the center where I will have an area built in I can step down into, and that I can easily get Endermen to come over, and I can farm the Endermen easily, but it still gives me a way to back off and hide from mobs that you know, that might be in the area that could threaten me, like creepers, things like that. And what I can do is, in order to prevent those mobs from harming me, I can surround the entire thing with punji sticks. Now, I know what you're asking yourself. Well, what are punji sticks? Well, punji sticks are a neat thing. Punji sticks are essentially what they are is they are reeds, and you can see I've cut down a bunch of my reeds. In fact, let me go right on over here to the house, and come on, there we go. Let's run on over. Okay, I believe I put them in here. Punji sticks. If you look at the punji stick I have in my hand, you'll see it looks a lot like a reed. Well, that's because it is a reed. If I put it down on the floor here, you'll notice I can put up to 5 in one block. And the more you put down, the more dangerous and damaging they are. And I actually don't know. I guess you just hit them to pick them up. There we go. And it picks them up. And what happens is mobs walk into them. They hit them, it damages them, and that's the end of that. And what I can do with that is it will allow me to it allows me to set up a kill zone immediately near my little safety box in the middle, so that if anything, say like a creeper or a skeleton or a zombie gets a little bit too close, well, then all I have to do is just allow them to walk into the spikes. As a matter of fact, it can essentially bait the Enderman into walking right into them, just simply by looking at them, and they'll come warping over or running over and go to attack me, and discover that, oops, this whole area is covered with spikes. But in order to do that properly, what I need to do is I need to make a bunch of these. That should be good to start. Hoppers. Lots of hoppers. In fact, I could probably make a few more. How many have I got there? 8. Let's see here. Can I make... Well, I can make one more chest. 9 hoppers. I'm definitely going to need more than that. Let's go ahead and make a bunch more chests. We want to make as many hoppers as we possibly can. Okay, well, that should be good to start with. So, and you'll notice in my stone area, I really don't have much stone left. I am very much low on stone. but and that's because it's all right there. I used up a huge amount of cobble. Now, I would have had more cobble, except that at the time that I was drilling out that huge space underneath my base, I also, well, at that time, what am I trying to say? I was not able to, I was not able to keep all of the cobble. I'm sorry. I was not able to keep all of the cobble because I just simply didn't have the storage space for it, because I didn't have my knapsack yet. So I ended up just taking a large amount of it and just tossing it in the lava and getting rid of it. So unfortunately, I don't have as much cobble as I could potentially have had. But this was most of that chest, it was about half a chest worth of cobble, and this was basically all of it. So, what that means is I don't have any more cobble. So I'm going to have to use planks. But in order to make this even more, well, I guess planks are pretty much a renewable resource, but I am going to want to make some of this into slabs. There we go. And the reason we're going to want to do that is because we don't want mobs spawning anywhere on top of our base. We essentially want to make that a safe area, that our little hidey hole. We want to make that a safe area so that we don't have to worry about getting hit when we're in there. So we'll just that's going to need some work. But, well, you can get the basic idea of what's going on. So essentially I'll have a little armored area in the center, and I can sit there and I can pick off the mobs with ease. And that will allow me to essentially harvest mobs in a relative safety. That's the basic idea. There are probably some much better ones out there, but that's just what I'm coming up with off the top of my head. So what I am going to do now is go in here. I don't need that or that. I am going to get myself charged back up here because I am down 2 hearts. And at this point, gold is so plentiful for me, I'm not really even all that concerned about it. Alright, so let's go ahead and chow down on that. Put those punji sticks back there. They are not a safe thing to be carrying around. That's for sure. And we got a little bit more glowstone. I killed a witch earlier, so. And we'll pull this down. And you know what, as long as we're at it, we've got some extra slabs. So let's just go ahead and make ourselves a bunch of drying racks, shall we? Okay, so now, so I can hang it there, and I can hang some there. And it doesn't interfere with my ability to use the smeltery. Isn't that nice? I got one more. I just got to figure out what to do with it. Guess we'll put it there. Do I have any more that needs to be hung? Oh, I got a little bit more. Yes, I do. So we will just hang up all of our grody, rotten flesh. Gross. Put that back in there. Of course, we have basically steaks for days, so I don't even know why I bother, but you know, gotta use up the food somehow, right? Okay, and we are a little over halfway done here, and we still need to continue to kill mobs. So we'll go ahead and let some mobs spawn in there. Let's see how that's doing. I don't see any mobs yet. It's kind of weird. I'm in hardcore mode. You would expect them to spawn more frequently, but not really. Okay, let's just breed these guys up a little bit more. Okay. Oh, fine. You're my dinner. Yeah, it was your mistake to come out. Alright, let's see if I can breed any cows. 2, 3, 4, and that's it. Okay. Alright, so we do a little bit of animal breeding while we wait for some monsters to try and spawn. Got anything over there yet? Can't really tell from here. Go ahead and get rid of those. Feathers and a chicken. Let's see. Anything spawn over there? Looks like we got... Oh, yeah, look at that. So we got some skellies. We got some spider there. We got a bunch of stuff spawning over there. Yeah, look at them. Is that a... It looks like a... looks like a zombie with a sword. Let's go see. Alright. Let's run down to the old farm here and see what we got. Obviously now I want to be careful. I don't want to go and get myself killed. But these are 2.5 high walls, so I'm relatively safe out here. Except for the spider. Spider might be an issue. Yep, spider's going to be an issue. Or not. Oops. Oh, lost all the stuff down the tube. Ah, look, see how that works? How did you get a sword? Uh-oh, skeleton's a problem. Or not. Yeah, the creepers are more of a concern than the skeletons are. Yeah, I probably shouldn't walk out there in the middle. But I do want to get all this XP. Sun's coming up, of course. Come on, XP. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not worried about it now. Yeah, get the bones and the arrows and the XP. Yay, we have 6 levels. Okay, we'll plug this back up. There we go. So, it's not getting a whole lot of stuff forming in there. It needs some work. I think the design, especially of the little central area, needs work. I got to figure out a better way of getting myself locked in there without worrying about getting hurt by mobs. Might need a little bit bigger space in the middle. I'm not really sure. We'll go ahead and take the punji sticks, and now that that area is lit by the sun and empty, well, obviously, the mobs that I'm really most concerned about are, of course, skeletons, because they can shoot you from afar, and the creepers, because they can blow stuff up. Those are really the only mobs I'm concerned about. I'm not overly concerned about really any of the others. Oh, and that's it. And I'm out of reeds. Let's see if I can get some more. I have a little bit more over there. My reed farm's pretty big, so I do get quite a few out of it. But we have got to get Enderman. We got to get Enderman because we have to have Ender Pearls. We need them for the armor. We're going to need them eventually to get to the end. So we need to have a relatively effective, way to to kill Endermen and to make sure that we're able to do what we need to do here. Okay, so I think what we're going to do, let's do. Oh, okay. So the way you make these is you just do that. Just like that. And boom. It gives you a bunch of punji sticks. And obviously the more you put in every slot, the more damage they do. There's really no point in having one there. But as you can see, you can use them up pretty quickly. So obviously you need a very large and extensive reed farm to make a very large and extensive punji stick area. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to try something here. Oop, get down in there. I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try it. Yeah, this should work. Yeah, that'll work. And, oh, that signal signifies that we are out of time for our episode. So I'm going to continue to work on my little centralized hidey hole type area here. And as I do that, I will thank you very much for watching. And as always, if you're enjoying the series and you want to see more of it, please do subscribe. And if you like this particular episode, please leave a like. It helps me out very, very much. And thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.